Gang, we did it, gang. That's another year down. Congratulations and good job. World War III was avoided again. AI went from this to now this. It's pretty fucking scary. And now I'm here watching YouTube shorts questioning my reality. The Olympic Games committed literal blasphemy, but just pulled the nah, it's just art card. YouTubers and celebrities alike were all seeming to have a let's all talk to minors challenge, succeeding a little too well in that department. It's almost like they've been doing this for a while. But enough of all this sad negativity. I'm here to commit to a yearly tradition. Let's take a few minutes to acknowledge all the good that has come from 2024 and the amount of sheer gas that came out media-wise this year is no laughing matter. Maybe a few of them are laughing matters. I felt like every movie I saw, banger. Every video game I played, banger. Shit, even the TV shows that came out, banger. Invincible is still the best TV show out right now. This is the hill I will still die on. By the way, have you started season 3 yet? We finally got that Tenkaichi 4 game we've all been dreaming about, just with a new sparkly name, no pun intended there. Black Ops 6 came out and gave me a quarter-life crisis. Thank you for that. And The Last of Us 2.5 came out pretty early in the year. It looks like Naughty Dog finally realized that the story in part 2 was questionable, but the gameplay was pretty lit tits, so have at it with the horde mode. You want to play as Tommy and Joel? Sure. Shit, you could even have Jesse too. No Red Dead Redemption 2 Undead Nightmare, and I think I could finally put this dream and hope to rest now. On the bright side, it looks like we are getting a GTA 6 this year, and if you guys stop buying shark cards, we might actually get a nice single-player DLC to go along with it. You might not remember, or might not even have been born yet. Long ago in a galaxy far, far away, Rockstar used to actually pull off very, very amazing single-player DLCs. It's just been over a decade since we've gotten one, so here's hoping for that. I got my yearly dose of Jason Statham as a beekeeper, and it looks like I'll be getting him again relatively soon this year as a union worker. No, that's not a joke. Land of Bad proved that you should still not judge a book by its cover, and it looks like horror and suspense took a front seat in cinema this year, as all throughout the 12 months it was littered, and I'm all here for it.
Why, dude? What the fuck?
Yes, sir. Yes.
It is ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Today we look at 2024's highlights across multiple genres, and that's not just movies. We'll be talking about memes, games, shit, even news. Maybe not that last one. We'll take all these and make a something burger out of it for shits and gigs, which will bring some positivity that'll hopefully rub off into next year. God knows we need it. God willing. As I already stated previously, and it looks like horror and suspense took a front seat in cinema this year, as all throughout the 12 months it was littered, and I'm all here for it. And I'm still here for it. Longlegs deserves to be mentioned and talked about, as it made me ask myself, do I like watching Nick Cage movies because he's good at acting crazy? Or do I like watching Nick Cage movies because he's actually crazy? Answer? Yes, yes. Smile 2 immediately continues the story we left off in Smile 1, taking place just 6 days after the first film. And if you thought the intro to the first Smile was intense, you are not ready for the John Wick level of skills old Joel here is about to demonstrate. The list of badass people I know named Joel is short, but I'd be damned if I didn't let you know that everyone on this list has earned their spot on here. Nothing confirmed yet for a third movie, sadly, but it sure as shit would be a wasted opportunity, especially after they just set themselves up for a slam dunk for a third one. Heretic hit us with this intense, jaw-dropping analogy that uses board games to explain religions and the variance in them, hitting you in those touchy, sensitive topics, but in all the right ways. Honestly, the less I say about this one, the better. The substance made me feel things I don't think any human should feel, and the wild robot made me cry. I highly recommend those last two. I could go on, and I'm darn tootin' tempted to, especially with the lineup that we had this year. Oh my gosh, I'm happy to be a moviegoer. I even have my little Regal Pass too. At first I thought it wasn't worth it. $23.99 a month, yeah, suck my dick. But after finally subscribing to one and giving in to assimilation, I do see how these types of subscriptions are definitely worth your money. Not to mention the concession discounts. And we're only in February in 2025 and we've already got a pretty decent lineup hitting us. Hot take, I know. This year goes down as the year where DLCs are considered full games and remasters galore, but I promise you upon further inspection, not all is what it seems. We got to hop back into Elden Ring 2 years after learning to live with PTSD thanks to a chosen few who made me question my reality during my first playthrough. You know that feeling you got when you first started playing Elden Ring? Well, you get to somewhat feel that way again if you just take a little hit of this. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 made me deep dive into lore more than any reasonable man should. But upon lore diving, titles to the games now make sense to me, and I see now which games in the series I would prefer to play versus the games in the series that I probably would not prefer to play. I still don't get the board game. I don't see how I can play this. Like, it's art. I don't want to fuck around with the art. People go hard with this shit. What is a Space Marine? Who are these guys? Are they wizards? Why have I not heard of this any sooner? All these questions and more arise when you're spraying and praying into a horde of hostile aliens, and emphasis on the word hostile. These motherfuckers do not like you. Badass simulator of the year, and it has a campaign that you could run through with 2 of your bestest buddies. I mean, come on, man, that's a good deal. I love the old Budokai Tenkaichi games, as it made me feel a lot smarter being able to pronounce all these titles more clear than any adult in my life at the time. All jokes aside, these games were the highlight of my childhood, as the fights that I was able to hypothetically set up were practically endless. All this meant that I would be essentially clocking in a 9 to 5 in my youth on this game, and I have no regrets. This was my full-time job. And ain't shit changed because I'm an adult now and I'm still clocking in those hours, baby. Some things never change, and let me tell you, baby, I have changed. But when it comes to my love of this series, shoot! If variety is the spice of life, then damn, this shit is spicy. I don't know what to call these, but I saw a rise and shit like this. Obviously dark humor, I know, but I don't know why it's funny to me. If humor was coffee, I'd say very much this is a black coffee. My caffeine addiction is going just fine, thanks for asking. You know a meme's good when even my mom is sending me Spanish versions of them? Or is that just because humor is genetic? That's called science. Chill Guy took over my feed and recommendations quicker than I can find out what the meme even was meant for. There was even a chill girl briefly, and those doom buckets still got a motherfucker thinking.
Really shove it in.
And the Luigi memes, we can leave acknowledged, but untouched. Well, would you look at the time? I think that's it for now. We do have deadlines to meet and a Wingstop to eat, so hasta la vista for now. Quickie, I know. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but your Uber is outside. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay thirsty, my friends.